gets, right? Starting up is not difficult. Having said that, I don't want to overly simplify starting up. Starting up is not difficult. There is no rocket science behind, starting up. I don't even want to. I don't think we can even use the rocket science wala adage anymore. Thanks to Elon Musk, he has simplified rocket science too, right? But then, if rockets can be built like we build websites, then just think, what are we doing and where are we headed, right? And this is exactly the kind of thinking we wanted to light. This is the exact kind of thinking that we wanted to start talking about. This is the exact that kind of ideology, that kind of motivation that we wanted to start pushing through the students, especially in the students community, because I very strongly feel, I very strongly support, I'm a very strong and a hardcore proponent of student entrepreneurship, mainly for the fact that this is the best time of your life when you can experiment with literally anything that you want to experiment. If you do not experiment now, trust me, everything that you do after getting out of your college will be experimental. Okay, the kind of experience, the kind of skills, the kind of ideas that you can work on right now when you're in college, it's not going to be the same once you step outside college. Okay, and there is it's basic mathematics, right? You have all the time in the world when you are in college. You have the kind of resources that you have in college are not the same once you get outside the college. The kind of pressure you have in college, it's not the same anymore once you get outside the college, right? Your pressure increases 10 times the moment you graduate. Your pressure increases, everybody is concerned about what are you doing with your life? Are you placed or not? Do you have a job or not? Are you going for higher studies or not? If you're going for higher studies, where are you going? What are you doing? Look at him, look at this, look at that, all of that, right? So your life is not going to be the same again the moment you step outside your college. So that's exactly what I wanted to target. That's exactly what I wanted to address. Now, since you have all the time in the world, all I want you to do is work on your ideas. We are not asking about, we are not asking you to, work for me. You're not working for me. You're not working for anybody, right? You are working for yourself. And look at, the bright side. If you manage to succeed in doing whatever you, start doing, you can continue to do that for the rest of your lives. Okay, we had one of the guests at EdVenture Park, Mr. Ahmed. Mr. Ahmed is the founder and CEO of Focus Software. Focus Software is one of the most widely used accounting systems. This is a Hyderabad-based company, and Ahmed sir is from MJ College. Okay, so he started this company when he graduated from MJ as an engineer, and he's been running this for more than 30 years now, almost 30 years, if not more than 30 years. Can you imagine that? It's a multi-million-dollar company born out of Hyderabad. Guy who just finished his engineering, he started doing this. And this is one of those times. Focus Software started in 95. Okay, 1995. 95 mein Google bhi nahi tha. Okay, so this company started before Google itself. Okay, so in fact, when we get people like this, it's not just to, and I genuinely wasn't thinking of this example, but then he's from MJ. What better example would you need? What better reference or what better relevance would you need, right? So you have people like Mr. Ahmed in your campus. You have entrepreneurs like Mr. Ahmed within yourself. All I want you to do is start thinking about it. Start consciously talking about it. Start, proactively exploring, this aspect of your life. And you have nothing to lose, guys. We are not going to charge you. We are not charging you a penny for the whole damn program, all right? So the program is absolutely free, of course. You are going to work on your ideas, right? What does that mean? I'm not going to give you, projects or assignments to, do something for me. You're not doing anything for me. You're not doing anything for, anybody else. This is for you. You start working on your ideas. We talk about your ideas, and one of the best parts about EdVenture Park people is the people itself. Okay, when I started EdVenture Park, all I did was one tiny little thing. started putting together some of the greatest, some of the most innovative minds in the Hyderabad startup ecosystem. I gathered all of them at this beautiful little office of ours at EdVenture Park and just started, the conversation. Right? All I had to do was initiate the conversation. All we had to do was identify problem statements that can move the world, that are moving the world, that uh, starting to talk about things that bother a lot of people, right? And that is the easiest way to become a billionaire. Identify a problem that is affecting a billion people, solve that problem for the billion people, become their favorite, become customer obsessed, become user obsessed, charge $1 for solving that problem from those billion people, and you are a billionaire, right? I know this is super simple mathematics, this is super simple calculation, but you get the point, right? What I mean to say is it is absolutely doable, right? You have to have you can't be sitting right now, you can't be telling, what, I am doing my engineering, the moment I am done with my engineering, some random company is now responsible for giving me a job just because I chose to do engineering. Our lives are a collection of decisions that people make for us, and these are our well-wishers. A lot of our well-wishers around us, they make a lot of decisions for us, and then they put us here, right? They got us till here. Now it is our responsibility to design our own future. It is our responsibility to design our own, path. It is our responsibility to design what we want to do, to decide what we want to do and how we want to do it. Right? You cannot continue to say, "I am going to do this because somebody somewhere chose to do whatever he chose to do." Right? We started celebrating entrepreneurs. We started celebrating problem solvers mainly for the fact that they have chosen the path less traveled. And you know what this will lead to? This will lead to fruits. This will lead to success stories that nobody have heard before of. This is what I'm talking about, right? And you can do it. All you have to do is start thinking about it consciously. All you have to do is start talking about it with your friends. Start, identifying people who have similar wavelengths, who have the similar thought process, who believe in the same thing as you do, right? So you have to find people who, again, are focused on solving problems and not just crying that there is a problem and there is a problem. Pick up a problem statement, we pick it up, we talk about it only to solve it. Okay, and we don't say, why are you not solving it? We say, I'm going to solve it, I will try to solve it. And if we see somebody solving something and we want to help them, we go and start helping them, no questions asked, right? So this place, the culture of this place is absolutely uh, zero judgmental. Okay, which means you can choose to work on literally absolutely anything. You can come up with the most randomest ideas in the world and we will still welcome you, wholeheartedly. You can come up with more, you can come up with moonshots. In fact, I love moonshots, right? Your idea can sound ridiculous. You can go, even if 100 people have already told you that तुम दीवाने हो गए, ये idea के बारे में सोच भी कैसा सकते, या फिर if you have come up with an idea that somebody somewhere has already implemented it, you can still come with that same idea. Okay, what are we going to do? We are going to talk about how do we take this idea forward. I'm going to sit down with you one-on-one, absolutely subjective. There is no one size fits all method in here. Okay, we sit down with literally every company, with every entrepreneur, and design their own tailor-made path. Okay, our program is absolutely subjective. Okay, this is designed keeping you in mind. This is designed keeping your what do you need, right? Your needs in mind. We have designed this program keeping your needs in mind, which means you get what you would need. Okay, that is the first thing. Second thing, when you sit down and start talking about problems, right, you are, most of the time the chances are super high that you are not going to know what you have to do or what you need to do next, right? Idea aa gaya, what next, what do I do next? That's exactly where we come into picture. We help you figure out your step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? We tell you how to go forward. We tell you how do you build whatever you are planning to build. We tell you what to do and what not to do. And when I say all of this, don't take me wrong. Okay, we are going to command you with things. Eventually, it's you who is going to make it happen. So it's in your hands completely, right? If you are successful, then you are responsible for your success. If you're not, God forbid, if you're not, then yeah, you own the 100% responsibility of it. But now let's look at this fact. Um, 6 months into the incubation program and you decide to drop your idea, what's going to happen? Nothing's going to happen, right? You would have gained enough experience working on your idea for 6 or more months, right? Now you can absolutely join somebody else's, or start working on somebody else's idea or another idea, and you are much more well equipped. You would have gained skills, you would have gained experiences, you would have gained enough network, enough resources while working on your first idea. This is what we are talking about. And by the end of your engineering, guys, God forbid if your idea doesn't work out, you would have gained enough experience to command a different kind of respect from the industry. The industry won't ask you, same old, rubbish questions anymore that start with, tell me something about yourself. That is not how it's going to look like. They will start talking about your idea. Tell me about your idea, guys. This is how the conversation is going to look like. They will ask you why your idea did not succeed. They will ask you what could you have done differently to make your idea successful. They will ask you how can you help us in making our product successful, right? That is the conversation going to look like. That is what we are talking about. So you won't be part of that same old long queue of people who are waiting for an opportunity. This is your opportunity, okay? And if you're not going to pick it up, you are going to be responsible, okay? And to be very honest, a lot of people on this call, I see more than 100 people on this call. A lot of people will like it. A lot of people will be confused. A lot of people might not even understand, what's happening, what's not happening. That's absolutely fine. A lot of, times it takes a little bit of time for things to trickle down, for things to digest, right? For things to start making sense. What I request you to do is start, doing your research. There is nothing to lose, okay? The incubation program is designed keeping students in mind. Ours is India's first and the most favorite. I take extreme pride when I say this, okay? This is India's first and favorite startup, incubator focused on students, focused on you. This is designed keeping in mind your academic commitments, right? Keeping in mind, what would you want to do? What do you like to do? Okay, enough of putting what you should be doing, wala fanda. It's more like what do you want to do? What are your desires? Where are you wanting to go? Right? That is the direction we put you into. Right? But it's going to be your responsibility to obviously travel the path, travel the journey. Lastly, guys, I really think we are sitting on a very we are sitting on a ticking bomb, okay, to be very honest. These are super interesting times, and as interesting as it might sound, I think these are very super scary times, right? There are problems everywhere around us, and when I say problems everywhere around us, uh, to me those are opportunities, okay? And I'm restless looking, the kind of opportunities we have around us. But eventually, everybody's got 24 hours a day only, right? No matter who you are, you could be the president of the United States. You still have 24 hours. You could be a panwala and you still have 24 hours, right? So if we want to pick something up, if we want to do something, then we have to pick something that is moving us from within. And if you're not going to do that, and trust me, engineering is not मूविंग यू फ्रॉम विद इन. आप करें तो भी इंजीनियरिंग कंप्लीट होने वाली है और नहीं करें तो भी इंजीनियरिंग कंप्लीट होने वाली है. Having said that, please don't take me wrong, don't take it for granted. What I'm wanting you to do is start making good use of your time. Okay, start making good use of your time. There are a lot of people waiting for a lot of opportunities. Please take this cue, please take this hint, please take this signal, this indicator, no matter what you would like to call it. Take this up, start pursuing it, start exploring this. We actually have one company from MJ that is one of my favorite companies at EdVenture Park, and we will be having one very good news from that company very soon. Do we have Zeba on the call?
Hi, Miraj.
Oh, you're there. Awesome. So, can you just share your journey with EdVenture Park, the story of Rollstone, actually?
Yeah, I'd love to actually. Hi, everybody. This is Zeba Uruj. I am from my final year instrumentation from this college. I don't know. I really don't have words to actually describe my whole journey in with EdVenture Park with my startup. I was, I basically started. I did not actually attend the, starting events of EdVenture Park or something like that. I actually did not know much about EdVenture Park, but when I was introduced to EdVenture Park, that's when I came in, and I met really great minds. I had this idea. We pitched it. We had a discussion, like the interview. It's not exactly an interview. It's just a discussion about your idea. We discuss your idea. We discuss the problem statement that you are presenting right now, and you come up with the idea. When you come up with the idea, you discuss it, right? So that's what happens, and then start working on it. You actually start working on it, and like Miraj and like Ilyas said, here you actually, it's a really great opportunity for you to do something that of your own, be your own boss. I'm the co-founder of Roadstall. I have a friend who's from Shadan. She's also a co-founder. Yeah. So both of us have been working on Roadstall since the past few months. I'd say basically we've been working since October of 2020, and the months that I have been with EdVenture Park are amazing, is what I can say. The people, the vibe they were talking about, it's actually remarkable. Whenever I used to reach the office, however perplexed I was, what's going to happen, what am I going to talk to Miraj about, what's going to be my progress. The moment I used to reach the office, all of that used to vanish. Like literally, the calm, the support, everything that we used to have, we get there is absolutely remarkable. Apart from that, speaking about Rollstall, we are basically making a device, a kit that can convert any manual wheelchair into a self-controlled power wheelchair. So the self-control mechanism will be having a voice control and a joystick control option. This device, this idea was basically from a mini project that I had done way back in 2018, 2019, I think. Yeah. So way back in 2019, I got this, I did this mini project, and something like this was at the back of my mind for a long time. I came across EdVenture Park, and here's when my idea came to life. We made the prototype, and the prototype was, made in 2 days time. Yeah, that's what I can say. It was made in 2 days. The code, everything was done in 2 days, and after
I think you should talk a little bit more about the journey of building that prototype.
Before that, I'm talking about the prototype that we initially started with, and after that, the way we started building the actual product, the MVP. So after the prototype, we started building the MVP, the viable product, and that's when we actually started facing problems, like Mira just said. So when you start working on something, you have some obstacles. You have many obstacles sometimes, and that's what happened with us. So when you start making a wheelchair, when you start working on a wheelchair is not a it looks like a very simple mechanical device, but it is not. It is not. It definitely is not. So when you start actually, when you want to change something in it, it's difficult. So the journey that Miraj here wants me to talk about is basically the problems that we had faced while we wanted to while we were working on this product. So we started with the basic thing that let's put gears on the wheelchair and near the wheels, and let's start working with that, and let's have DC motors attached, and it'll work. When we actually went out, we had to go around to all over Hyderabad, Secunderabad. We went around to Raniganj, Koti, and every other place. And, we got our components ready. We kind of knew what we wanted. So we got our components ready. We got everything ready. And when we actually started to put it together, it did not work out. We had a demo day on January 30th, and this was in January last week, so January 2021 around. And that's when we went to a place in Raniganj and we asked him, we need gears and, we want you to, put gears on our wheelchair. He said, yes, ma'am, sure, I'll do it for you. He took the wheelchair, he took all the components, he kept it with them for 3 days. And 3 days later, he calls me up and he tells me, कि मैम नहीं होता, आप आके लेके चले जाओ. So that's when I had to go back. I took the components back. And the first thing we did was we called up Miraj, heartbroken, totally shattered. And we're like, Miraj, 3 दिन hai. We literally have 3 days and we haven't done anything. Our MVP is not ready. What will we show in the demo day? Miraj, this can't happen. So Miraj then told us, you know what, get it, let's work on it. So we took our components, we went to the EdVenture Park office. The photos that you've seen of Miraj and 2 people sitting with a wheelchair and the PPT that Ilyas was showing, that's basically us working on our MVP. So that's when Miraj, people tell Miraj, Miraj ke whatever, I don't know, I'm not really sure what people have the concept of a person, of a CEO or of a founder, but it's completely wrong. It's a completely wrong notion. Miraj is like the most down to earth person I've ever met in my life. He sits down, he works with you, and he sits down with you till odd hours of the day, till odd hours of the night, and he works with you. He doesn't tell you that ye aapka kaam hai, ye aapka karna hai. No, he doesn't do that. He sits with you, he works it. He sits with you for hours and hours. You keep talking and talking, and the day, you don't even realize when the day is complete. You reach there in the morning, you reach at the office at 9 o'clock in the morning. You don't even realize when it's 10 or 11 in the night. I've gone home at 10 or 11 in the night working on my MVP. So that's what it is. And Roadstall has been an inspiration, has been driving force for many of us. At the office, whenever we used to sit and work, not just Miraj, I can say the whole team of EdVenture Park, all of the people, there are people who are, there are other startups over there. There are million other startups. There are so many other startups over there, but all of them, nobody comes to you and nobody tells you, why are you doing this? Or, why is this? Why did you pick this idea? Or whatever. They come to you, they ask you, do you need help? Do you want some help from us? We are ready to help you with anything. And they sit with you, they help you out. And I think the way that Ilyas and Miraj actually told everything of how these years are the most important years of our lives. I started working with Roadstall when I was in my 3rd year, like last year. I really wish that I started actually working on this a year or 2 before that. Then I think I would have by now we would have launched. We've been facing issues with many things. We've covered them. We've gone past those things. We've worked on our product. We've worked on our product a million times. There's one version, we modify it, we make another version. We modify it, we make another version. The good news Miraj was saying was, inshallah, we'll be launching soon. We're working on it. So whenever we launch, you guys will get the good news. I think this will be the first startup from MJ with EdVenture Park. So that's going to be a very big thing. Is it not, Miraj?
Absolutely, absolutely big thing. So you're being very modest when you're talking about your journey. You missed out how Virenchi, the chairperson of the Virenchi hospitals, placed an order for wheelchairs.
Yes. So recently when we had the Women's Founders Friday, so it was just before this second wave actually started, and we stopped working offline. So that's when we had a Women's Founders Friday, the first of its own. So we usually have Founders Friday every second Friday of every month, but this time we had a Women's Founders Friday. It was only for women, all women Founders Friday. So that's when I pitched my product. The chairperson, the chief guest was the chairperson of Virinchi Hospitals. So when I pitched my product to her, we have a video. If I could, we could show the video. I think. So yeah, we have a video of our MVP working. So
You
when
have
I
the
showed,
video right now. Can you share your on your screen?
I have to check.
I'll see if we have it.
Ilyas, I think you have it, right?
Yep, mostly I do. Just give me 1 second.
Yeah, sure. Please do let us know. By then, yeah. So when we showed her the video, she saw our product. She was, asking us doubts. She was asking us questions of, how, what, where, why, when. She asked us everything. She literally, was picking out every single thing of every startup that was pitching that day. But she was picking out. She was asking me a million questions. They were like the other people. She was not even asking them those many questions, but the questions that she asked me, because this product is kind of somewhere related to what she does. She needs wheelchairs in the hospital, obviously. So yeah, so she was asking us a million questions, and answering all of those. She basically liked the product so much that on the spot she told me that, get me the product and I'm placing 40 orders for this product with you. Yeah, so
There is a product.
I guess you can play.
Yeah, okay. You want me to play it once again? Again?
No, I think everybody saw it. Yeah. So that's what we are doing. We are making a kit that will, the wheelchair that you see in the picture is just a normal wheelchair.
I'll interrupt you there. You're not making a kit. You're making history, Zeba. Uh, Sorry to interrupt you, but that's what you're doing. Okay, this is going to change the quality of life for a lot of disabled people in the whole world. Okay, starting from Hyderabad. There are a lot of investors who have already expressed interest. Mr. Azam Khan was one of them to whom you guys pitched. He has he was very happy to sponsor 50 wheelchairs, if I'm not wrong, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so there are a lot of lot more people who are joining hands and wanting to be part of initiatives like this, and this is exactly what we're talking about. While the whole world it's not easy for you guys. Okay, you guys are in middle of a pandemic. Your whole engineering experience is partially screwed up, for lack of a better word. So with EdVenture Park, we are just trying to, make it a little bit better. You have to make the best use of this time. And this is what you're talking about, okay? And you can do it. There are people who are already doing it. We have incubated 77 companies so far in just a year. We just completed, in fact, 8th of May will be our first birthday. Right, so in just a year, we have managed to incubate 77 companies, launched more than 20 plus companies. 3 companies raised investments. A lot of them are working on excellent technological innovations and advancements. And this is all your magic. You can do it. This is your job. So Zeba, thank you so much for sharing your story and sharing your journey. This is inspiring to say the least.
And I think there's much more to what I just spoke, what I've just said, because it's the journey is what it's meant to be experienced. It cannot be shared. Like I told you, I cannot share my journey in words. Like I said in the beginning, I really cannot. Only when you experience it firsthand is when you actually know what it feels like. I really cannot. And I'd like to thank Miraj for giving me this opportunity, for actually, getting me on board with all of this, making me meet all of these fabulous people, actually making my idea come to life. Miraj, I seriously, this wouldn't have been possible without you, without your help or guidance, because the ideas that you give us, the changes that we've made in our prototypes, the changes that we've made in our MVPs, they wouldn't have been happened if it weren't for you. So I think I'd like to thank you for that.
Thank you so much, and we'll stop this thing right here. I'm feeling a little awkward.
Yeah, sure.
No, this was not
Also,
planned for, guys. Yeah.
It's okay. Sorry for that. Also, people who are telling that it's an amazing idea, and everything in the comment section. Thank you, guys. And I'd like to say that if you feel that my idea is great, then you might have something similar or something much more extraordinary than mine. So work on it, and if you actually feel that you can do it, just go for it. Thank you. That's all from my end.
Thank you. Also, lastly, just to add a little bit, Zeba was also nominated from EdVenture Park to be a global shaper, and she's one of the, I think, 15, 16 global shapers from the Hyderabad community group, Hyderabad Hub. So congratulations on that one as well, Zeba.
Thank you.
Go out and make us more proud. So guys, that's what we are talking about, right? This is the place, this is the vibe, these are the people, this is what we are doing in here, and all of us together can make it happen. We are here to write history. We want you to write history. So thank you so much, Zeba, for choosing to fly with EVP. This is what I have started saying lately to everybody who's incubated at EdVenture Park. So I will leave she got that idea from there. No, she did not get that idea from here. It was her idea. We helped her work on that idea. We worked together on that idea, I would say. We polished that idea. We took it forward. Awesome. So let's open the floor for questions in the interest of time. I think we have just 10 more minutes left. Please drop in your questions in the chat box, guys.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi, Miraj. This is Moise here. So I've been quite fascinated and excited to see the entrepreneur community in MJCET. So first of all, thank you so much for being a part of this session. So my question is, will EdVenture Park will have a scheduled trip like we have in G-Hub, where people can personally feel and experience the culture and environment of EdVenture Park?
Okay. Thank you so much, Moise. Firstly, thank you so much for joining this one. We have a slightly different take on it. We are not a zoo, so we don't do field trips. What we have, on the other hand, is something called Founders Friday. Right, we do founder, success story events, wherein anybody who's not part of the EdVenture Park can come in and feel the culture and vibe of EdVenture Park. And we don't restrict it to Tuesdays like a few other incubators might restrict to experience the insides of it. You can schedule, any day. You can just talk to Ilyas or anybody from the core team, and you can walk in and experience the vibe. That's as simple as that. No formalities. No. I don't know how to put it in a nice way, so I'll not put it at all. But yeah, no formalities per se. You can just schedule, your office visit with Ilyas, and yeah, just as simple as that. No field trips.
Thank you.
Okay, Tehniyat Shireen asked how to build new ideas. So Tehniyat, every idea is different, every story is different, and different stories demand different things. So for us to know and understand what are your steps going to look like, so we will have to discuss that, and that's how we will know what to do and what not to do, and that's how we can plan our steps 1, 2, and 3. That's how we will know what are your steps to build on your idea. So it's very subjective. Mohammad Farooq asks, what are the skills required to get into Adventure Park? We are absolutely, a no nonsense zone, Farooq. So when I say no nonsense zone, we do not have, the barrier to entry is absolutely low, right? We do not expect you to bring in, these skills, that skills. You need to have degree, you need to have 3 years and two horns and a few wings. No, we don't expect all of that. All we want you to be is absolutely disciplined, passionate, and that burning desire to make it happen. That's all, that it takes. So when you apply with your idea, all we are expecting is, all we will look for, all we will check for is how nicely do you know your idea that you have applied with, right? So that is what the interview is going to look like. So that's all it's going to take. So you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about anything else. This is as simple as that. It's pretty basic. So you just have to know your idea. That's all it takes. No other requirements. How to develop idea? I've already answered that question for Tehniyat, so it's very subjective. Muhammad Saifur Rahman. Shahbaz Khan, before we approach Adventure Park, should our idea be working to some extent? No, absolutely not. You can apply in idea stage as well. In fact, we prefer to work with entrepreneurs who are in idea stage. So usually what happens is when people come with, product ideas and product needs iteration, it might get a little difficult for you to go back and take U-turns, right? So that's why we prefer to work with companies or, entrepreneurs who are in idea stage. Mohammed bin Omar asked, Sir, it is possible in Adventure Park that we could get to know new ideas instead of bringing our own ideas? We do that during Founder Fridays, Omar. So Founders Friday happens on first Friday of every month, wherein we celebrate the founders. You can just walk in and talk to people and know their ideas. You can do that, and if you think there is a company that can leverage your help, leverage your assistance, leverage your experience or skill set, then more than happy. So you can bump into a lot of entrepreneurs and maybe offer to help. So you can do that on Founder Fridays. Aisha Ahmed asked, can we apply multiple ideas like 2 to 3? Yes, absolutely, you can. And you do not have to submit multiple applications for it. The presentation that you will be attaching in your application, you can mention all your ideas in the same application, guys. You don't have to submit it multiple times. One application, multiple ideas, absolutely fine in the presentation. Hasib Khan, can we be part of other incubation programs? Sure, but if you want to be part of other incubation programs, it means this is not working and this is not working, then you should not be a part of this or that, right? It's kind of shaky. You can't ride on two horses, but we don't mind you riding on two horses. In fact, our program works is complementary to a lot of other incubation programs. So if we think there is another incubator that can actually help you take or go the next level, then we do not shy away from connecting you with them. We have a very strong and deep network and relationship with all the other incubation centers in the city. So we ourselves do that. If we see there is another incubation center that can add value to you, then we connect you with them ourselves. So yes, you can. EVP revenue model. Our revenue model is more of a VC based revenue model. We invest in companies and we pick up equity, and that's how it works. Yes. Moiz Ahmed, is it mandatory to have an idea? Some possess skills but need idea to work on. Can Adventure Park help with it? So in those cases, fill up a application form. You mention, what are the skills that you have, and skills, and we can work, that way. But having ideas is preferred. Akbaruddin, my friend who lives in Canada has a brilliant idea and has also worked on it to a substantial degree. My question is, do you deal with people who want to work with you but don't live in India but want to launch it here? Probably not. The most important thing that we work on, Akbar, is the fact that we pick founders, right? We pick founders with fire in them, right? It's not about the idea; it's about the founders themselves. So founders excite us. If the guy doesn't live here, then it might. And I'm not saying, and it's not just for the fact that he's not in here. It's also about the thing that how committed he is on working on it, right? So you have to be really committed to it. It cannot be your हाँ देखते हैं करते हैं या फिर expecting others to get it done. So what I would suggest is we can take this conversation offline and see if there is scope, if there is something that we can do, and if there is scope, if we can do something, then we would be more than happy to uh, help. Shabazz Khan, is the interview virtual or physical in today's circumstances? Brilliant question. So I will put that question on hold. We are yet to decide. Right now, our office is not functional. I am in office, as you can see, but I'm here because there is nobody else, and I like to work from office. But depending on conditions, depending on situations, we will, take a call on that one. We have not yet decided. If I'm already part of other incubation program which is not really working, can we still join it? Why don't you quit that program if it's not working? I want to know about the hacking school. Okay, the hacking school is my third company. The hacking school was India's first coding bootcamp, started in 2013. It's a 13-week long full stack product development program. Graduates from the hacking school are become world class software engineers, stuff that you do not learn in 4 years at colleges. We teach you that in 3 to 4 months at the hacking school. That's what the hacking school is. The hacking school was recently acquired by iCollege Australia. So yeah, I sold the hacking school last year, and I just saw Fawad and I are twinning today. High five. Amir, Shoaib, same here. What they do in the hacking school? How can we participate in it? The process is very simple, guys. You just have to go to the website, thehackingschool.com, and apply. It's a full stack product development program wherein you learn how to build products. It's a technical program. How much stake do you take from a startup? It's anywhere between 11 to 15%. I'll just put down the hacking school's website address in here. I never knew we have a community of problem solvers at MJCET. I would love to connect with them on social media as well. Yeah, today's session fills the gap. Absolutely, that's one of the first and the most important things that we do. Bring great minds together, right? That is what Adventure Park does. So thank you so much for joining in today, people. It was lovely. There's a feedback form that Fawad is going to share with you guys. Fawad, Fatima, and Razina, you guys have done a fabulous job putting great people together. Thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed the session as much as I did. Please take 1 minute out to submit that feedback form. It would mean the world to me and my team. Thank you so much. Also, if you guys have any question, feel free to drop it on Instagram ID as well. My ID is Miraj, and my Adventure Park's ID is Adventure Park. I take a lot of questions on DM, so feel free. Thank you so much again, Fatima and Razina and Fawad. Thank you, sir. Yeah, guys, please stay back for a while. We'll be dropping down the feedback form. So please stay back. Sure. Yes, please.
Yeah, hello. Assalamu alaikum and good evening to one and all. I would like to take privilege Adventure Park giving me this opportunity. Myself, Moin Khan, Chair IEEE MJCET and Chair IEEE Robotics and Automation Society. On behalf of IEEE MJCET and CSI MJCET, I would like to present a vote of thanks for the today's session. First of all, I would like to thank the speaker, Mr. Meraj Faheem, for enlightening us with the wonderful, valuable words and throwing and light on incubation and how to do one-to-one discussion about our startups. And also, I would like to thank Ilyas Shah for letting us know about the Adventure Park and what it actually does and what are its success stories with our students. And I'm extremely happy to have Mr. Miraj Faim on the MJCET platform and sharing us the valuable insights to take up how to forward your startups. And also thank to all the participants who have taken out their time in attending today's session for the regular, and how we have successfully conducted this online session with a huge crowd, and this is one of the successful event of MJCET, and I'm really happy that one of our students, Deba Uruj, who have shared the valuable experience in being the adventure park and how it actually does work with the students, and I really feel that so Zeba Uruj will be inspiration to a lot of MGCET students to collaborate in future with the adventure park, and I hope the same support will be from the Mr. Miraj Fahim and Adventure Park to our students, as the number is one today, might be more in future as well with these insightful and valuable sessions for our students. And also thank to all the participants. And finally, with the help of IEEE MJCET and CSI MJCET and the campus leads of Adventure Park MJCET, today we have successfully conducted this event. Thank you, one and all. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
Thanks,
At last,
Moin. It was pleasure.
yeah, thank you. And at last, from IEEE MJCT, we would like to present a small token of appreciation to today's speaker, Mr. Miraj Faim. Just a minute, I would like to share this with you. I hope you can see my screen.
Oh, I do. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for being us on the MJCT platform and enlightening us with your valuable words. Hope to see you in future as
For
a
sure.
small token of appreciation from.
Thank you so much for this one. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you all.
Thank you
Over to
to
you.
the campus leads of Adventure Park, Fatima, Razina, Zeba, Fawad. You guys did a great job and great audience. I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye. Please take 1 minute to fill the feedback form, people. Thank you. Bye bye.